was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw, and he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet. Straw on his desk, as if to protect something fragile. Yes, someone must have packed something away here. I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before. Yes, it's definitely a drawing of the Lock of Al-Azif. Volner must have kept a copy.
Eskapade, da. Okay, das wird beschaffen.
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
Ja, lol. Soweit ich auch auf das Wort Zink kommen kann.
A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Volner.
The alchemist is an old man.
Ja, dann müsste ich theoretisch an die Anlegestelle, aber ich glaube nicht, dass es da jetzt schon was gibt. Ich glaube auch nicht, dass ich da hin darf, oder? Ach, theoretisch darf ich da sogar hin.
His Holiness awaits my report.
Ah. Hier gibt es nichts mehr für mich. Brief. Dann bleibt nur noch Washingtons Zimmer, oder? Dieses Zimmer dürfte ich nie...
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Dann versuche ich mal den Anlegeplatz zu gehen. Mit den wenigen Punkten, die ich habe.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
So, das Papier dürfte ich mitnehmen.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Okay. Ach, Geizkragen. Oh.
Golden elixir. Consume without excess.
Anlegestelle.
the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Ui, bei Tag sieht das ja richtig geil aus.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough.
Ich suche. La 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 la. Wo hab ich's hingepackt? Das dürfte reichen. So. Sorry, weiter geht's. Chili Royal. Komm schon, wo ist das Alasiv? Wo will man keine 5 Meter... Bernstein?
Amber crystals.
Man keine 5 Meter weit schauen kann. Hä? Jetzt gerade... Hä? Jetzt doch gerade Blim gemacht.
A Chinese coin.
Okay.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any. There's nothing here. I'm pretty sure Volnor hasn't dropped off the Alaziv yet. Maybe I'm too early.
Okay, dann weiß ich schon mal, wo es ist. Und warum waren da gerade französische Untertitel? Lalalala. Geh mal da durch, wenn ich darf. Ich hätte ja gerne mal wieder volle Punkte und so.
All right. I've retrieved everything. Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
So, der Konferenzraum. Und die Treppe nach oben. Rechts. Die war gar nicht so depressiv und niedergeschlagen. Den Papa besuchen.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. It took great maturity to forgive your sister as you did.
She brought me up. I realized I owed her a lot.
We all make mistakes, as Sarah well knows.
Why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Quite curious to find out more. My whole way of thinking has been blown apart in just a couple hours.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
I've been given to understand that you have a difficult relationship with your father. Isn't that right?
Let's just say we don't see things the same way. I ended up finding out that there's a world outside the rules he has imposed on us.
It seems you find yourself in the same position that you've placed men. You were told what to do, what to think, and you found it unbearable. Imagine if humanity finds out you secretly direct them. How do you think they'd react?
Your analogy is not without substance. But that's where it ends. Man's main flaw is his willingness to forget and to make the same errors time and again. He can't help it. He is mortal. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where
Kann ich
does it lead?
respektieren.
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
Die Illusion einer Joy.
You
Wahn.
really are trying to liberate men.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible.
The
Everyone
Golden
can
Dream.
become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today we are wasting too much time.
Ich finde es so genial, wie sie schaffen, diese Sachen auch noch irgendwie was Negatives ranzubringen. Ja. Die Regierung wird es dann machen.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as workforce.
Nicht hundertprozentig verwerflich.
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the Cultural Revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project, So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach, otherwise man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits, and it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are.
Sorry, aber von diesem... Why
I
not?
see your point.
Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Na, kann er nicht trotzdem noch gedankentechnisch mit ihnen reden? Also die anderen?
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaget had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaget's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me and I'll send it off immediately.
All right, I'll take care of it.
dachte zumindest, dass er so weit ein Ehrenmann ist, dass er das nicht zulässt. Ich will aber einen Anleger. Ich will wissen, ob mittlerweile das Al-Asif aufgetaucht ist. Washington.
Please don't hold it against me, but I would like to be alone for a while.
Ich will zum Boot. Komm schon. Al-Asif. Ich bin ein Q.
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Okay, zum Boot sagt er nix. Kann ich sonst noch was?
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. A lantern. Nothing special.
Geht auch nichts weiter. Schade. Aber warte denn das Buch her? Dam. Piaggi war da nicht. Da in der Ecke. Schon, dass ich auch richtig laufe. Ja, sehr schön.
Sir Jacques Perru, Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Oh, apropos, sagt er was, weil ich ihn niedergeschlagen habe? Never mind.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duke Manuel Godoy.
Kann ich auch nicht.
Huh, that's me. Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first.
It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate.
I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence. I wanted to thank you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy Lance.
Oh, and did you find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people.
Befragung. Okay.
You are searching for another Holy Grail.
You're nearly there. Link into his thoughts.
Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask, Louis? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence.
I can feel it coming. It's working.
What insolence? Why, really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambitions.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Why?
Fusion.
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me. Right. Well, it's time I got started.
Hier kann ich bestimmt wieder
Let's see what I
sabotieren.
can find here to help me write that letter. have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Oh Gott. Dass meine Gesundheit nicht erlaubt, der Einladung zur Anwesenheit von Lord Mord zu folgen. Achso, den habe ich schon mal gelesen. Mit meinem Motto. ABC. Nee. Ja. Nein.
Right. Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust. It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
HBCF. Die beide? Ja. Boah.
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today the date is 24/01/1793. In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the numbers shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Schauen wir uns mal die 12 an. (31.12.) Oh Gott, 31.12. Versuchen wir erstmal die Jahreszahl 1700.